What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Most exciting man in boxing. Exciting man in boxing. Led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellas Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Man, here, man. 122 pounder, 10-5, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You right there watching this video, waiting for this live stream to start, or just watching the membership video, man, and why you should join the membership. Let's talk about it real quick, expeditiously. We got the 3 levels. You got the rookie level, you got loyalty badges, you got custom emoji badges, and you have members on the live stream. As we get more people flowing in to join the membership, I have members only live chat. That means everybody can see the video that want to see the video, but only members will be able to check. That's $3. That's a rookie. The All-Star, you get personal shout outs before the videos, maybe after the video, mostly likely before the videos. You give a priority to reply in the chat. So as soon as I see you, I reply before anybody else. Get early access to pretty much all my non-boxing videos there. $10 a month. Then we got the boxing pound for pound superstar for all my boxing boys and gals out there. Get early access to prediction and most of our boxing content, virtual video collaborations, and open debate. So, you know, if you want to pre-record or go live and debate me for a whole video, you got early access to new videos, some of the videos in the All-Star as well too, and priority reply in the comments. So I see in the comments you get priority reply. No instant, that's $20 a month. So let me know what you guys think. Don't have a Patreon no more, so here's where you're gonna get some of that exclusive content I used to have on the Patreon. Peace. All right, man. I had to crack the window real quick. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. We're gonna talk about what transpired yesterday with Jaime Munguia defeating Dimitri Ballard. You know, who should he fight next? Is he moving too slow? Talk about Kell Brook, Amir Khan kind of retired, say he don't love it no more. What should Kell Brook do? Ugas said he'll fight Terence Crawford in a Spanish interview. Also heard between the grapevine that he asked Jaime for the fight. Also, then you got Oscar Valdez, who posted some coffee, and Shakur Stevenson made a joke. I mean, we can go many which ways here. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. If you're listening on YouTube, check me out. Listen to the replay on Spotify at Goodfella TV podcast on Spotify. Also, listen to it on Anchor, Goodfella TV podcast as well. All right, if you listen to it on Twitch, Goodfella on the podcast, you can find me on YouTube, Goodfella TV. You also can find me on Twitch, Goodfella_TV313. Hopefully, I gear up to start some gaming. But appreciate everybody for coming on tonight. What's going on? Let's talk about what we had going on last night. So yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know where we could start. I guess we start off with the Shakur Stevenson joke. That was kind of funny. Which, you know, Oscar Valdez, Shakur Stevenson signed a fight. I don't know why we still low on that end, but ain't nothing I can do about it. Sound effects. It's been going on 3 days since it's been low. I'm gonna have to hit them up on their Discord about the inferior project. But so yeah, Oscar Valdez posted something as far as he was drinking some some coffee or something like that. And Shakur Stevenson basically said, make sure that coffee ain't got none of that special green tea stuff he had in there. But let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh yeah, they all hear him and Jake Paul out here clowning them. So hold on. So here we go real quick. Let's get this out the way. So here we go right here with Oscar Valdez posted video. Posting the video of him drinking that drink, smoking that smoke, gang banging. So, you know, he says that 6:30 a.m. he drinking coffee. Hopefully it ain't the coffee he had last time. So I don't know, he's showing off his life. Whatever he got going on here. Showing off the birds and stuff. Seemed like a samurai send off. He had the Hoover dam. He running. He running. Got the car behind him. Oh, glad I muted that. You know, so he up early in the morning. Drinking that drink. So Shakur Stevenson said, "Hey champ, make sure your coffee is clean. We don't want the tea situation to happen all over again." Jake Paul jumped in, said, "Laugh out loud. His meat got steroids in it. We know what Eddie doing." So Eddie Reynoso did make his fighter sign a non-disclosure agreement about hold on. He made them sign a non-disclosure agreement that well, I don't say non. He made them sign an agreement saying that he ain't got nothing to do with you get popped for peds. He ain't got nothing to do with strength and conditioning. He ain't got nothing to do with none of that. So yeah, he did put something out there like that, and he making them sign a waiver. And you know, at the end of the day, it is what it's funny. It's part of selling the fight. Shakur Stevenson said he promised selling the fight. They trying to make, you know, Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez feel bad because he trying to make them feel bad because Katie Taylor and Mano Serrano fighting on the same day. Like, you know, it is what it is. It's like, hey, somebody got to get KO'd. Somebody got to get that work. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care nothing about Katie Taylor and Mano Serrano fighting. I can care less. Point blank, period. I can care less about them fighting, you know. Am I anticipating? No, just because they say it's the biggest female fight. I mean, you know, if you're the tallest midget, what they got to do with it? You feel me? If you're the tallest midget, I mean, still a midget. So, I mean, like I said before, it is what it is. I really can care less. You know, if I happen not to be doing nothing, I fall in and watch it. It's no disrespect. 30Q in the comments section. He said, Super Saiyan T. Yeah, he on that. He got that super latte. Might have some of that stuff that teacher husband put in her cupcakes. Eddie might be christening their coffee. Y'all seen that story? Crazy. Kids can't even go to school and get a good cupcake no more. People wild. But yeah, you know, make sure your tea clean. You know, we don't want this to be hanging up, but he training. Had almost drag him in the ring. Had almost drag him in the ring for him to fight. So, I mean, glad that he actually came in there. Glad that he did. Because if he didn't, I don't know, Shakur Stevenson, I don't know what he would have been doing, but you know, that would have been on him. But yeah, kind of funny right there. Jake Paul trying to get in on things and stuff of that nature. It's hilarious to me, bro. I think that's funny, but other than that, that's it. And as far as that, so let's move on. So shout out to Shakur Stevenson for telling Oscar Valdez to remain clean. So what else we got here? So okay, yeah, Jaime Munguia actually fought last night. Fought Demetrius Ballard. You look at the ranking in the system. Obviously, they've been updated just yet. Demetrius Ballard used to be at 75 and 68 according to the ranking assist, according to the commentary from last night. And they fought in Tijuana. Anytime you a brother and you about to fight Tijuana, you any opponent, you about to fight in the dude backyard, you about to get slaughtered. So he was ranked number 11th in the WBO, but he was not ranked. He was not ranked in any other sanctioned belt body. So, I mean, obviously, man, he came out tentative. Shot to Barry Hunter, ain't too much you can do. He came out tentative. He got smoked. I mean, that's it. Jaime looked terrible. He didn't even get smoked by the best version of Jaime Munguia. He got smoked by a drain version of Jaime Munguia. You know, guy that look like he ain't beater. I don't know. That's why people don't like fighters to fight at home. All the different distractions, all different type of stuff, man. And Jaime looked like a shell of himself last night. And Demetri Ballard, I don't even know what his credentials is, bro. Like, I mean, come on. And it's time for Jaime to step it up, bro. Honestly, I don't even know what this cat's credentials are. He's 6 feet, 74-inch arms, Temple Hills, Maryland. I don't know what the hell that is. 52% knockout ratio. I mean, he beat Yamaguchi Falcoa. He had a draw with Falcoa. I mean, Paul Venezuela. I mean, I only noticed a couple names on this resume. Only notable one is Hamaguchi Falcoa. He had 95, 95, 95, 95, 97, 93. So that's it. I don't really know most of the people he fought, but he got a draw. That's versus Yamaguchi Falcoa, solid fighter. Brother Escovade Falcoa is supposed to be fighting the dude that Demetrius Andrade didn't fight, Janovic, for the title. So these 2 and 4 supposed to be fighting for the WBO middleweight title. So I mean, at the end of the day, people could say, well, Jaime Munguia, he ain't doing much in the sport of boxing, fighting bums and moving slow. But hey, at least he ain't holding up no belt. I can't say that. At least he ain't holding up no belt hostage. Straight up and down. He ain't hold no belts up. That ain't got nothing to do with him. He ain't hold no belts up. But then again, it is time to step up. It is time to fight Charlo. Have you seen Charlo last few fights? Keep calling out Golovkin, but you come out like you did last night, Golovkin gonna spark you. Even this old Golovkin could crack. So, like I said before, I mean, physically he looked soft. Physically, I mean, he fell out the weigh-in. Literally, he fell out on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And he looked pretty frail, looked pretty weight drained, and Demetrius Ballard still can't do nothing with him. He spotted Demetrius Ballard some points. Then he called it Demetrius Ballard, called himself Big Meech. Like, bro, you got to get rid of that name. I thought they were saying Big Chief at first. And they talking about Big Meech. I said, you ain't no Big Meech player. I think I'm Big Meech. No, you ain't no Big Meech. Coming up here talking about I'm Big Meech. I'm Big Meech. Nah, brother. You ain't no Big Meech, brother. You are not Big Meech. The way you performed last night, I don't know what we gonna call you. But he came out, got a check. Hopefully the check was worth it. If it wasn't worth it, so be it. I mean, but as far as what Jaime Munguia need to do next, I know what he gonna do next. I can't tell y'all that though. At least I knew what the plan was. But like I said before, I think Charlo having some issues moving up, making 168 pounds. This is my assumption right here. I think he might go for vacant WBC. Might crack Adamas head. Might crack Eubanks Jr. head. But him and Eubanks would be a nice little fight. Eubanks out here calling out welterweights and Kell Brook to fight, which you got all these middleweight fighters you could fight. You dug Golovkin. You weren't trying to fight Demetrius Andrade. Eubanks is a Euro level fighter. He's a British level fighter. And the good thing about it, he knows he's a Euro level British fighter. He knows it. So at least he knows his place in this. I thought this was Eubanks yesterday for a minute, cuz looked like Eubanks a little bit. For real. I was like, damn, Eubanks about to fight Jaime. I was a little tired last night watching that terrible dunk contest. I said it's about to go down like young Jock. Thomas Moreland, salute Ben. What's going on? He said, salute CJ. Agreed. Time to see Jaime but at least he not holding belts up or saying he's the man like Tank Davis. Stanky Tank. But hey, it is what it is. He got sparked last night. I knew when he was I didn't even know the fight was in Tijuana, but I knew when I heard before the ring walks, they was fighting in Tijuana. I said, he in trouble. So, and it is what it is. That was cool. I mean, so kind of went through that real quick, so that didn't take much time. So, and we got Khan and Brook, as we all seen last night. I picked Kell Brook like 10th round knockout. It came a little quicker than we thought. Amir Khan is done. He's finished. He's trash. He's garbage. Whatever else you got to say along those lines, with everything synonymous with that, that's what Amir Khan is. Amir Khan is booty, 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 butt cheeks. Booty, 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 butt cheeks. That's what he is. It's whack arms. And he don't have a chin, and then he don't have his legs. So think about that for a minute. No chin, no legs. Kell Brook, he tried to drain Kell Brook. It didn't work. Try to make Kell Brook, throw his damn, change his gloves in the ring. He did everything to irritate Kell Brook. And at the end of the day, all it did was make Kell Brook madder, meaner, and put a hell of an ass whooping on Amir Khan. And that's exactly what happened. That's what Amir Khan was asking for. All them years, Amir Khan ducked Kell Brook. This is why. This is the end result. This is what he was scared of. It wasn't nothing about purses. It wasn't nothing about him being this undercard. It wasn't nothing about sparring. It was about him being afraid. And a lot of fighters that come from the same kind of what we have it in the talking about the black fighters should fight each other. A lot of regional fighters, they do that. They don't like to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, Tyson Fury was doing everything, kind of looked like he didn't want to fight Dillian White. So do everything in his power. Now, Dillian White dragging his feet to sign a contract tomorrow. He will sign it tomorrow. You know, he just dragging his feet on it. But like the Eastern European fighters, you know, even though there's no such thing as Eastern Europe to some people, you know, they don't like fighting each other. And you've seen why they don't like fighting each other when Derevchenko fought Triple G. You know, it's the same. And that's kind of what the Black American boxers are becoming. They're becoming like some of those regional fighters that don't like to fight each other because they understand the language. But what kind of mascot is America is a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? America is a melting pot of talent. But, you know, that's what it's pretty much coming down to with the black fighters. It's becoming like the Eastern European and the British level fighters. When the British level fighters get on the world level, they don't like to fight each other, not because they're going backwards. It's just as simple that they understand how to beat them. Once you spar so many British level fighters, you understand the weaknesses and the strengths of British level fighters. You know, and that's any fighters. You know, that's why certain black fighters don't want to fight certain black fighters, because you can't get away with what you get away with versus, you know, a Puerto Rican or versus a Mexican or versus, you know, a certain level fighter. But a black fighter, that's why Floyd never liked to fight the black fighters, because Floyd knew he couldn't get away. Floyd would really have to thug it out. He really would have to show he got a chin. That's why Floyd didn't like fighting the black fighters, and that's what made Muhammad Ali the greatest of all time. You know, Muhammad Ali beat other great black fighters. He beat everybody in between that was available. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Sugar Ray Robinson beat them how they came, but Muhammad Ali beat iconic black fighters. Talking about Sonny Liston. You talking about George Foreman. So don't get no more iconic out of that. He fought Norton. He fought Shavers. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was older, he lost to Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. That's what made this run so iconic. That's why Khan didn't really want to fight Brook. He knew that Brook spoke his language. If I lose to Danny Garcia, I can bounce back. If I lose to a Canelo Alvarez, I get the bag, I can bounce back. You know, I lose to Kell Brook, man, my career over with. And that's why he waited to the last one. Kell Brook holding it up, just trying to make it seem, well, Kell Brook fight on emotion. Kell Brook not an emotional fighter, bro. At least not an over-emotional fighter. Amir Khan is an emotional fighter. When Amir Khan feel like he up in the fight and he winning, he let his emotions get the best of him and make him over jealous or overconfident. And that's why he get his hands caught in the cookie jar so much in his prime. He fight off emotion. He fight off when I hit you with 3 or 4 shots, I'm gonna hit you again with 3 or 4 shots. You ain't gonna hurt me. That's why he get his lights put out. And that's why Amir Khan lose fights. He always too high. When he start landing something, no matter if he got off the canvas 10 times, when he start landing something, he get real confident. Adrenaline rush. He could touch that chin. But I knew when Kell Brook came with that one jab, and then he went on top of that one jab. When he did that, when he did the 1-2, the first 1-2 hit Khan, and Khan started running. Only reason Khan didn't get knocked out earlier, especially in the first round, because his pride. He would not let Kell Brook put him on the canvas. And the referee did rob us of that. The referee robbed of having Kell Brook drill him in the canvas. He shouldn't have stopped. I don't care if Amir Khan was throwing up blood or throwing up his dinner. I don't care if he thrown up he should have let Kell Brook drill him into that canvas. He should let Kell Brook drill him directly in that canvas. You know, I know they're checking off for fighter safety and all that. You got 2 older fighters that's been out the ring for too long. He should have let Kell Brook drill him right in that damn canvas, bro. Real talk. He should let Kell Brook pow. He should let Kell Brook do the leg drop on his ass too. He said, salute, member sports talk, say salute to the panel. Can't wait for April. And those fights is coming up. Shit, they might not happen either. Jorge Linares got stopped in the 12th round. Y'all seen that? He always getting stopped by cuss. He got knocked out legitimately that fight. So what's going on, Hum? You gonna talk? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna talk about that. Here, Khan done out here. Eubanks is just desperate to not retire thinking I didn't do with my dad any I didn't do my dad any justice at all. He didn't. That's why he put out the Triple G fight. I knew he was caviar. Salute Johnson to Errol Spence's Con 2.0. No parts. I mean, shit, Kell Brook had that built up in his chest for a long time, punch quote. He had it built up a long time. Kell Brook been waiting to unleash that ass with him for some years. They was in wheelchairs and then senior citizen home, Kell Brook was gonna get up and whoop Amir Khan. But Khan versus Brook make hella sense, or Keith should go to the UK and see what Kell get the bag. Y'all get there. Beevil running from Better BS since 2019. Can't blame him. Say that's true. Charlo running from Andrade. He shouldn't have messed up the bag. Ronnie said. Eubanks only wants to fight Brook because he thinks he's a stale Triple G fight, which he ducked. Eubanks a joke. Anthony was like, no, this was a UK fight. Another fight was in Tijuana, Mexico. This is in the UK. Shout out to Minute 400% fact. So I mean, at the end of the day, bro. I mean, at least Amir Khan was real with himself. A lot of people, when you get hit with the hot facts reality, you get hit with the reality that you just got fucking stumped out. Some people say, you know what, I should have did this different. I cut some corners here and there. When I seen him praying, like he's walking to the ring, bro, I'm gonna tell you when I knew he was in trouble. When he was walking to, like, how he was walking to the arena, but they was like backstage where they keep whatever the hell they keep, like the chairs and stuff or the cars. He started praying. He did a deep breath. That's what I said. He about to get whooped on. Then he got to the corner and prayed again. That nigga was doing too much praying. I ain't gonna lie, man. I know it ain't never too much prayer, but at that time he was doing too much praying, bro. He was taking a deep breath for somebody. How many fights do Amir Khan got, bro? For somebody to get those jitters, and it was a lot of people there. I ain't gonna lie, that was an electric crowd, bro. People showed up and showed out for that fight, bro. If Khan could have made it competitive, bro, they could have easily got a rematch and probably, ran some more checks up. So Khan got 40 fights after last night. And the way Khan was going to the ring, he was, nigga was praying. I'm like, what are you doing? He was doing a lot of praying, all that talking. Like I said before, when it's reckoning day, like when that teacher walk out the room and the old boy or old girl had a lot to say, and then the teacher leave, go step out, use the bathroom, or go talk to a parent, and ain't nothing but space and opportunity. That nigga quiet as hell. That's what time it was for Amir Khan last night. That's what time it was for Amir Khan. This was when Kell Brook finally got him in that ring. He could do all the praying he could do in this corner. Please, Allah, we'll do. When that ring, man, it was reckoning that the teacher walked right out that classroom. And the only reason he didn't get hurt a lot more than he got hurt and really get drilled through that canvas is because that referee had hell mercy. They probably told that referee, yo, this dude getting a little bit of trouble anywhere past the 6th round or after the 5th round, stop it. We don't need no old fighter dying in the ring. They told him that. Pretty much they showed, look here, man, we got 2 old people broken out. We don't need nobody eyes falling out. We don't need nobody chins falling out. We don't need nobody getting killed tonight. Let's get this money, get on out. And that's what they told him. Said, we don't need nobody shitting in the ring tonight. We need a good, clean senior citizen fight. And this is what they want to make Spence and Crawford. This is what they trying to make, bro. This is what they trying to make Spence and Crawford. They're trying to marinate this until they old and they squalls every orange. That's what Pacquiao Mayweather did, bro. Pacquiao got beat. He got knocked out. They trying to squeeze the last little bit of orange juice out the orange, and the orange gave you everything he had. Or it had. And that's what they trying to do, bro. That's what Pacquiao Mayweather, man. Pacquiao Mayweather only happened because they pay-per-view sales went down. I remember he went under like 900K versus Robert Guerrero or something like that, Floyd Mayweather. This only happened when that's the biggest known fact. At Pacquiao Mayweather, the biggest left out known fact that people always leave out was when they pay-per-view buys started dwindling and they made the fight. It wasn't that if we would have kept buying their pay-per-view fights and kept doing millions and 900,000 and 850, bro, these niggas still wouldn't have fought. This is the status quo for PBC and for Boxer last night. This is status quo. Build it until I have nothing else to do. Kell Brook had nothing else to do in the division. Amir had nothing else to do in the division. Build this up till I got no other option. Then we could get it to its boiling point. And honestly, they on the same trajectory. 1 foot in the sport, 1 foot out of the sport. Khan lives to get slaughtered. That's like that. It's like the playing team in the NCAA tournament. You know what I'm saying? The weak teams, they play to get into the 62, 60 man field. And they just get in the playing field to go get slaughtered by Kentucky or go get slaughtered by Maryland. This is what that is. I live to get slaughtered and get a payday for another day. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook might very well get in there and get permanent damage his next fight. You know? We should have knew when Amir Khan's wife called Bomac up to train. Like, what? Bo, he was better off going on this shield with Virgil Hunter. Maybe something with Virgil would have clicked. But Amir Khan he's on the Roy Jones list, and I don't disrespect Roy Jones. I love Roy Jones like he was my family. I will not tolerate much disrespect for Roy Jones on this channel if you've been watching long enough on this podcast, whatever you want to call it. I will not tolerate Roy Jones disrespect. I will boot you. I will mute you. I will mute you. Then I will boot you. I will kick you and ban you for life, right? But he is on that Roy Jones list as far as guys that got freak athleticism, freak reflexes. But guess what? You know, when the reflexes and the speed and the legs, they have nothing else to offer. Bernard and Floyd can survive. Why? Because they had IQ. They had not just IQ, but they had fundamentals and technique. And Amir Khan never mastered the fundamentals of boxing, especially defense. Defense ain't just about making somebody just bobbing and making somebody miss. Defense is about rolling shots. Defense is about smothering your opponent's shots, holding. Defense about picking. You know what I'm saying? The defense about getting out the way. Amir Khan roll out the same way for the whole career. Virgil Hunter got him to be a little bit patient. But Amir Khan throw a whole bunch of shots. He'll jump in with a left hook. He'll almost just get hit with a jab. And about 2 rounds later, pow! He get hit with a jab, and Amir Khan shake it off. He do the same thing, roll out the same way. Somebody hit him. Somebody put his punches together, put a 1 and a 3, and he on the canvas. Amir Khan been getting beat in the head so much, bro, that you would think he'd do something different. But Amir Khan just kept doing what he been doing since the amateurs, and doing it in the amateurs, and doing it in the pros. Even when he started getting clipped, he just thought, hey, I just got caught. You know, Amir Khan never did nothing different. He never just used the jab and just cracked the 2 behind the jab and just got out of there. Or threw a 1-2 and smothered his opponents and hold him and roll out of there. You know what I'm saying? He never doubled up the jab, feinted and got out of there. He never did nothing different. You know, because Virgil Hunter had him looking good. 1-2, get out of there. 2, get out of there. Then, he'd be up on Canelo. He like, oh, yeah, man, he can't touch me. He go out there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pow. Are thou forward? May not be. Come on. He been doing the same thing his whole career, bro. Virgil Hunter made him more patient. But it didn't matter. Once Amir Khan started hitting, it's like Steph Curry. He hit like a little free throw, a little floater. Hit another one, get to the free throw line. Then he going to the 3-point line. Yak it, going crazy. When Amir Khan start touch you with that lead left hook and start touch you with 1 or 2 good shots, man, he in his zone. He just forget about defense. Training goes out the window. If you look at those fighters' legs last night, Kell Brook legs look a lot better. Do so now. What's going on? Where Brook go from here, man? He better get this money. Grind. Doughboy Cash Out say, he better go get that money. Whoever paying the most. Shit, then, if they paying the same money, then it got to be titles on the line. If I'm Kell Brook, I'm looking to cash in, and I'm looking to cash in with a title. Just maybe I get into the Hall of Fame. That's my 2 things: money and Hall of Fame title. Shit, he gonna always welcome Josh Taylor up. Amir Khan $8 million purse fight for the Brook. maybe another 2 to 4, 8 million to 4. Well, he had a base of 5, well that's a guarantee. So he probably got money in his home country, TV deal. Yeah, Con probably took away 12, 10. Kell Brook was guaranteed 4. He probably took home 8, 9. The gate looked like he done good. So kind of nigga salute. He say, seen you on Bushido Live yesterday. That was today, by the way. Shout out to Bushido Boxing. Spence boy something else. Spence boy something else. I didn't even know that was Kwame on there. If I knew that was Kwame on there, I'd have stuck it to him a little longer. I didn't know that was Kwame. I'd have stuck it to Kwame. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know that was Kwame. I ain't gonna lie. I think Pooh Dangles told me it was Kwame. Oh man, I'd have stuck it to him. I wasn't gonna disrespect him. I like Kwame though. Kwame solid. You know, he believe what he believe, and I believe what I believe. But yeah, ain't no disrespect, bro. Like niggas can be civilized and debate. I'm civil, and we agreed on some things too. Like I'm fine. I'm rational. People sometimes take the joking as irrational. I'm talking stuff. That's just entertainment value. Salute. Yeah, just entertainment. You know, you can't be on here, man. I see these dudes be on here. They hardcore. They have no personality. You know, you just and it just seem like it doesn't invigorate them. And some days it's like that. You know, I see these dudes that do hardcore boxing. I'm like, bro, just quit. Do something that invigorates you. Like women invigorate every man. Trust me. I don't care what your sexuality is. Women invigorate every man. Topics. I see Tommy. What's his name? Sotomayor. Man, oh man, come on. You see Tariq Nasheed like punk him. Old girl probably beat him up, trying to fight a woman. Old girl beat him up. That shit was funny. UK fans always pack the arena in the out. Yeah, facts. That shit was hilarious, bro. Jamal Edwards, SBTV. I don't know who that was, but rest in peace to him, bro. Shout out to rest in peace to Xavier Porter too, man. Hit the link. Yeah, you can find me everywhere you hit this Linktree app, Linktree link. But yeah, man, I was like, man, I ain't even talk about that. I talked about on my other channel. If you care, where I talked about that at Motor City Sports, so I talked about it. That's all I'm gonna say, man. That hurt my soul. Jawan was like, pow! I'm like, man, some days you be at work. Sometimes, you know, you put your hand, you can say everything. What that song about Boys in the Hood? I know somebody in the South know that song. You could talk all you want, but don't put your hands on me. If I get that license, that'll be my theme song. Talk all the. He said Bob and Floyd had a plan. It wasn't going to cross promote till exhausted all over avenue, and that's the plan. Jay Thomas, that's the plan. Exhaust all avenues and then fight me. And I'm hold on to that. What's the cash app? Oh, it's coming at the bottom of your screen. $ CJ Good 313. Marquise is right there at the bottom of the screen. It'll be coming up too. If you look in the chat, it'll come up in the chat too soon from the streaming link. So it's a cash app $ CJ Good 313. You'll see my cartoon avatar. But yeah, man, that's what PBC trying to do. They trying to exhaust all. That's what they did. You look at that. You look at the results last night. The money that they made for in pounds. You know what I'm saying? You look at the money they made in pounds. Look at that arena. If Khan was a little bit more competitive, they could have did it again. And that's why people do that. But fortunately, they was on the same trajectory, bro. And that's what it was. They both was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They both, you know, Khan was coming off a win versus Billy Diggs. Most people don't know in the Middle East. That's what it is. You know, everybody just think like, and that's what they told Terence Crawford. We're gonna exhaust every avenue, right? We're gonna exhaust every avenue. Then we'll fight you when we clean up our sides of the street. That's what they told him. Then we'll clean up our sides of the streets, and then we'll do that. And that's fine. You know what? As long as Errol Spence keep his word, you ain't got nothing to be worried about. But when you start doing all these little antics and shit and walking out the arena and all of that, Errol Spence got a whole career in front of him. God willing, or whoever you most believe in, most high willing. He got a whole career in front of him. You know, Khan and Brook and Crawford don't. Terence Crawford then moved up 30, 35, 40, 47. He ain't got a whole career to look in front of him. He looking, the reason he left Top Rank and the reason he sued. You ever seen the movie called Need for Speed about the video game? You know, that part, you know, where he was walking out the office building, that part was in Detroit, and he took all his clothes off and walked out naked. They came to get him for the DeLeon. I actually like this movie. Went to the movies, my mom had seen it. He was walking, so he was like, man, why did you take all your clothes off and walk out the job naked? He said, so I'll be too embarrassed to come back and beg for a job. Or he said, I'm being too embarrassed to come back. And, you know, and that's kind of like pretty much, you know, kind of when you look at it, bro, like for Khan, it's over with. He got embarrassed. What you coming back for? He ain't embarrassed. You know, this dude, Errol, Spence, and Terence Crawford, man, he at the end. He did all of that. Why? So he won't go back to top rank. No way, no how. I'm not going back for that. Even though if I was a high price slave or a high price fighter, you're not gonna treat me like no little itch. You know, you're not gonna treat me like that. And I respect it, bro. And I respect it. He said, man, I'm gonna make this lawsuit, I'm done. Either I'm gonna get Spence, Thurman, Charlo, Castanos, or I'm done. You know, Kell Brook, he got his embarrassment last night. This is what he's been running for his whole life. And he could just say, well, you know, his excuse in his mind, if I was in my prime, I would have did a lot better. No, you want it's the same result. Maybe different course of action, same result. Roy Jones the only boxer to drop a fire song in Georgia. I smoke, I drank, I'm supposed. Hey, bro, you ain't lying. Hey, man, I remember we was going to the mall. And we made my boy Daddy play that his drop top Mustang. We play it again. I know that nigga can't wait till these little niggas home. Khan doesn't even know how to clinch when he hurt. Nope. All that's part of defense. Now the Alpha Boy boys attacking Kell Brook because Kell Brook said Bud will watch spin. He been saying that. It said, where did Kobe at? He said, I've never been done like that before. Like, bro, even if he probably said in the post comment, but he said after he lost to Terence Crawford, he was like, you know, I've never been done like, bro, sometimes you could tell when somebody genuinely been defeated. You ever been there to fight and somebody just really get beat on? It may not be blood everywhere, but somebody get the dog beat out of them, bro. Like the dog is gone. You could tell in their eyes, like, you know how they walk off from a fight, like, I'm good, bro. Not like you get hit once and they just walk off, you know. When they really get bested, like thoroughly, and they just like, you know what, bro? They just walk off. You don't hear no scream, and they just get their coat, get their book bag, you know, get their work, and they just walk on off. Yeah, you know, he got down on me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened to Kell Brook, bro. That dude after that fight said, that's the funniest clip. I'm gonna tell you my 2 clips I gotta get, bro. When Kell Brook said, he said, you know what? I've never been done like that before. Not in sparring, not in an amateur fight, not in a real fight. He said, I've never been done like that. You could if you look at his face, you could tell, like he said, like he wasn't expecting for that to happen. I think Crawford got some of the Manny Pacquiao effect. You know what I'm saying? Where I will watch fighters fight Pacquiao, especially post David Diaz fight, and they say, well, this dude little, he ain't hitting that hard. I come in at 145. I take the rehydration clause. I'm going to F Pacquiao up. And then they get to around the 4th round, the beginning of the 4th, 5th, or 6th round, and they had this look on their face like, oh, man, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for none of this. You know what I'm saying? They would always, every opponent would look at Pacquiao, from Ricky Hatton to be laughing, Margarito be laughing, talking about Fatty Rose shaking and shit. All these different opponents be looking at Pacquiao, and none of them would think like, you know, you see what happened to the last guy, or you see what happened to Cotto, you see what happened to Cloudy. See, they would always underestimate him. I think Crawford got some of that underestimation in him. And one thing Pacquiao and Crawford got in common is the legs. Up top, Crawford starting to fill in now. But up top, Pacquiao looked like, you know, a regular guy. At LA Fitness, pushing up, pulling up, maybe touch a little bit of barbells, but that's about it. No heavy shit. You look at Pacquiao and Crawford legs, that's where their power come from. That's where it come from, bro. And I think people I think really a lot of fans underestimate. And the same thing with Pacquiao. We underestimate Pacquiao too. I had a lot of fans at some point. When Crawford got my respect, when I knew Crawford was for real, to be honest, when he beat David Diaz. Julio Diaz. Felix Diaz is a good fighter. But when he really bested Jeff Warren, I said the way he beat Jeff Warren, I used to get a prediction video I probably did for it. I said Jeff Warren might cause him some problems. He made that shit look easy, bro. He made that look too easy, bro. And I was like, you know what? Diaz woke me like really. I know when he beat Prescott and he moved up, came on and said, but when he beat Diaz, he a mean dude, bro. When he beat Diaz, I already knew he was pound for pound, but you knew he was a master finisher. When he beat Jeff Horn, you knew he was a real threat at welterweight. No matter if they say no, they discount him. That's been going on in boxing for years. But Pacquiao and Crawford, they underestimate them because they look small up top. He came from 30, he came from paperweight. You look at them niggas' legs, bro. Pacquiao got legs like Chung Lee. You look at their legs, they are workhorses. They're workhorses. So, like I said before, I think that's what Pacquiao and Crawford got in common. Look that small, but if you look at their legs, bro, it's no secret where Crawford get his power from, his legs and his torque wrench type of torque when he punched. But he's a dangerous fighter, bro. Like Pacquiao was dangerous, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wouldn't have fought him neither, Floyd. Khan just goes for bull kill, but forgets his chin is fragile. It ain't even that his chin, he just forget defense, bro. He forget hand placement. Khan is more of a textbook. I mean, Kell Brook is textbook. I didn't know Kell Brook legs was that good, bro. I really underestimated his leg movement. Roy's the greatest fighter since the Eddies, Duran, Ray, Hearn's generation, Hagler. Yeah, by far. The 90s is post Muhammad Ali era, 60s, 70s. That's where a lot of people stop at, even though Muhammad Ali was accused of Sonny Liston was accused of taking a dive, allegedly. That's where a lot of people stop at as far as the great fighters and getting notoriety, because a lot of people like the Jersey Joe Walcocks, the Toonies and Sugar Ray Robinson, Carmen Brazilios, the Black Murders Row. They say a lot of them kind of say they took dives and stuff, the mind control, boxing and all that, and they get discredited because of the era they came in and what's going on, quote unquote, allegedly. But like I said, Marciano too, he get discredited. But I ain't know Marciano. If you owe the money, he'll fly to your crib and beat you up and get his money. Sean, salute. He should fight Danny Garcia. I'm fine with that, bro. You're talking about what Kell Brook do. I don't mind if he fight Danny Garcia. I mean, I wouldn't advise him to fight Kell Brook. Jordan Ennis. If you want to fight Conor Ben, that's fine. But Conor Ben just trying to make a name off of him. I think whoever throwing Kell Brook the money. Then Eddie Hearn tried to shit on your show. He said I didn't. If you look at the prediction show, it was an article on Boxing I did. And he said that he kind of hated it on the show. He did. He really did. He shitted on the show because he couldn't get it done. And to me, that was trash. That was whack. So I really wouldn't want to do business for Eddie Hearn. I tell Eddie I need $10 million to fight Conor Ben. Other than that, I figure out what I want to do. At 54, I mean, if they strip Brian Castanos, do I go fight Tim Tszyu? At 147, I can fight Danny Garcia. I still be able to beat him. He trash. Keith Thurman. Now I favor Keith Thurman just because his perpetual movement. Shout out to Kurt Sugar. Too much. David Ivorian killing shit in the UK. If I want a quick layup, I go beat up David Ivorian. You got Josh Taylor that could be moving up. I mean, he got options. Man. But go where the money at. And then if the money not an issue at that point, if it's not the greatest of all time or what you're looking for, then go for the titles. Go for putting icing on your Hall of Fame resume. That's what I would tell him, honestly, bro. Conor Minute Bomac got him in top shape. How he was able to stay up all night will give Con credit for that. Shout out to Con for that, bro. I mean, I thought it was just pride. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was pride, bro. That's exactly what I thought. I thought it was pure pride and not wanting to lose to Kell Brook. Could have been. Flame on 24. What's going on, brother? Roy Jones better than Floyd, man. Of course, that's not a question. That's not a Mayweather made more money. But Roy Jones might be the great one top. Got an argument being top 5 greatest fighter of all time. But I'd be nice to be top 10. But yeah, that was a great era Roy Jones fought in. I think he fought an older, faded Mike McCallum. But Mike McCallum was still giving niggas the business. oh, you dropped that. Now Mike McCallum, Roy Jones would fought, man. Especially when James Toney fought. Man, nigga be giving everybody the business. Canelo, man, he be giving Canelo the business. He be giving people. He Mike McCallum today. I think he said he got gout, get niggas the business. You know what I'm saying? Terry Norris today will give people the business. Roy Jones was, man, next level. Remember he was on the Wayans Brothers show? Roy Jones was next level, bro. Roy Jones was the last superstar boxer. I could say it was a true superstar. As far as his aura, his personality, him rapping. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather was a star, but he wasn't as charismatic as Roy Jones or Sugar Ray Leonard or Muhammad Ali. I mean, shit, that's a hell of a list to be on. Come on. He made some money, but if he had Roy Jones' charisma, man, Floyd Mayweather be sitting at $5 billion right now with the right, saving his money. He should have closed the fist. The slap will cost him the same money and time. Facts. Yeah, I mean, I guess it would have been. I guess if you would have closed your fist, he would have closed it. I don't want to talk about that, but if Juwan would have closed his fist, he could have probably split his shit open. Go watch it. Hit me up on social media if you ain't watched the press conference for him. Like, Juwan is toast. I'll just say that. It was Michael Finley night too in Wisconsin. That's crazy. But yeah, you know, white people like to play the victim after you should. Don't grab me. Yeah, Khan ain't had nothing. That's why he couldn't run back like Bellew. Hey, I mean, at all. That nigga said, Kell Brook say, it's time to pay. Pow! That nigga was like, oh, Lord. We're Ha Davis, man. Somebody send him that knockout, bro, so we can get a nice little video. He said, Klein cleared $8 million silent biddy dips in 2 rounds after Crawford. $8 million? Shit, man. I would have retired off of that. But shit, he make 10 or 12 for this. That's $20 million. Shit. Anthony, come on. Keep talking Anthony. He never was quick and throw punches. He had good legs. He used to have some legs. UK don't generate money like America. Not even close. The fans make up for what they making the UK boxing is worth watching. They show up in numbers. Yeah, you know, because also y'all can't really hike up the ticket prices like that. Let's see Brook versus Thurman. Well, Thurman looks solid, bro. Thurman, I mean, physically, he looked, you know, till down the stretch. He said, I've never been hit like that before. He said, I've never been hit like that before. The funniest was Lomachenko. He said, Loma, where do you go after you lose to Teofimo Lopez? I go home. I was like, what? He told me, I said, Loma, let me get an interview. He said, no, I don't do interview right now. Yeah, I was like, I gotta be the English barrier. He said, I've never been hit like that before. I'm like, damn. True, Porter, Khan, Kell all spoke Bud skills with that type of honesty, Bud on a different level. I mean, yeah, and Bud been knew it, bro. I remember Timothy Bradley's wife. She said it was I forget what documentary it was. She said that he was, they found the sparring partner for Bradley. I think it was fighting Devin Alexander. And they told him, he had to stay southpaw to get the assignment versus Timothy Bradley. And his wife, said it was something different about Crawford and all the sparring partners. Crawford said, yeah, you're going to be beating on me. He said, I ain't coming here to get beat on. He said, when they got done sparring, Timothy Bradley told him, he said, man, what are you doing here? Why are you a sparring partner? He said, you a world champion right now. He said, I'm saying? Timothy Bradley was on top of the world at that point. He said, man, you know what, man? You a world champion right now. What are you doing here, man? That's crazy. And think about all the world champion talent that's out there in these gyms who don't have the political backing. Just let you know, boxing is just it's prehistoric compared to the UFC. If you can fight, bro, the UFC gonna find you. They're gonna give you the platform no matter what your color is. And if you take advantage of the platform, if boxing had to find Conor McGregor, it wouldn't find Conor McGregor. It wouldn't find him. It wouldn't find him, bro, at all. UFC is elite at identifying talent, giving talent the refined skill set, and giving talent the platform. And that's one thing about boxing, bro. They don't care. They don't find talent at all, bro. There's somebody out there that got the same story. It's probably multiple fighters who got the same story as Terence Crawford, ready to quit boxing and quit boxing, went to stay at home with the family and the kids, just ain't given the opportunity, bro. I'm guarantee you that. You know what happened to the last security guard, right? He said, you don't even know what happened to the last security guard. Pacquiao had a strong core, lower body. Yes, he did. Especially after that horn did to Pac, Bud dismantled him. Hell yeah. The horn was like, he really couldn't punch like that. I'm looking at you like, hey, okay. Crawford, the best boxer I've watched. I watched too much. I think he meant so much. He said, never seen Pac in the ring with the guys with bigger. Me neither, bro. Never. I can't think of none. He said Pac was on. You could say he was on that. I'm not even trying to get me in trouble. It is what it is. If everybody can get legs like Pacquiao, man, I think he ain't the only one. 90s was the last right there. I mean, yeah, 2000 started to fade a bit, but 2000 was good too. But yeah, it was, as far as truly great, yeah, that was, James Toney, Roy Jones, Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, George Foreman came back. Who else we had up in that thing, man? We had a lot of good fighters. Man. In the 90s, man. Shit, you got someone that rolled over from the 80s. That was a good era. Ray Mercer. Man, boy, you had a lot of great fighters back then. Like, big fights was big fights, bro. Mike Tyson. What's up, Ricky? Salute. Yeah, it was a great era back then, right? My parents used to order the fights back then. Yep. Remember they had the gray top cable boxer if he was with Comcast. True, despite Horn's limitation, he was physically stronger 47. The way Bloodman Horn was, everybody on knows. Yep. Hit on my cash app right here if y'all concerned with it. CJ Good 313. Whoever's a Crawford list is banging trouble. He know that's why they're trying to wait till he get old. For me, I put Crawford, Mayweather, Jones, then Canelo. Maybe. Pernell, I got Pernell over Roy Jones, but with the doubt he was no doubt he was the greatest of the 90s. Can't argue that. Man. Pernell was fantastic. Remember when Pernell trains up to the Amir fight? What y'all think Kell Brook should do next? Roy Jones beatable at 60. He dug nobody. Unbeatable at 60. Oscar De La Hoya wanted no parts of Roy Jones at all. I mean, Marvin Hagler might have been like one of the few guys. Robert Hagler, Roy Jones Jr. Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Robinson be the two fighters I'll probably say. If I had to put my money on it, that'd be the two fighters I had to put money that probably could touch Roy at 60. Imagine if he kept his daddy in this corner, bro. But he had to grow. Pernell was the man as well. Roy was too big for Oscar. Roy on the wings right up there with Tommy Hearns on Morton. Yeah, he said, he said, remember because they had auctioned off Pop's boxing antiques and shit. Yeah, Reyes Brothers was top notch too, man. Go listen to the story about how the original network. What did it come on? What was I forget? It was original network. Maybe NBC was supposed to come on, and they didn't approve Pops. They wanted Lawrence Fishburne. My bad. Let me not say Larry for Lawrence Fishburne can put a foot up my ass like he's about to do with the Dipset. With Dipset camera on them. Yeah, it was. I forget which network they wanted. Morgan Freeman, and they fought for Pops and went to a different network. Yeah, man. Hollywood think they know everything, but they don't. That's why the Wu-Tang story is the greatest story for any musician or actor to hear about. In the music industry, in the industry, Hollywood don't know all the answers. Why Roy never was a pay-per-view star? Who knows? I don't know. He was a star over here, though. Shit, Roy had to sell pay-per-view. Roy was syndicated, Nate. Roy was rapping. Shit, Roy might have been trapping. I say that jokingly. Roy was a star, bro. He was. I don't know why pay-per-views to go his way, but Roy was a star. Roy was a star, man. Roy was on everything. Amir Khan, as much as I don't rate him, he brought the Arab community into boxing. Salute to that. Said Khan and Broner was sitting. Khan is done, bro. Come on, Broner done too. He got an OnlyFans. I'm good on that. I'd rather them play that new ESCB boxing game. I'm butchering it. I'm sorry. As each other and them fight in the ring. I pay for them niggas not to fight. A lot of Roy Jones pay-per-views did 100,000 back in the day, but I don't think people was bashing him about it back in. Hell no, man. All they did was hate on him. And then you got to remember too, Roy Jones was going against heavyweights. You understand, man? Roy Jones when finished guys. Roy Jones was going against heavyweights. He was going against the heavyweights in their primes. So yeah, but he still was a star in other avenues in entertainment. Bradley White said Bud was the only guy who was trying to beat Bradley in sparring. Some guys don't want to get sent home neither. Bud ain't had nothing to lose. He said you should check out Kell Brook quote about Bud last night. Them Alpha Bud boys pretend it never happened. Fernando spoke on it though. Yeah, can you send it to me, bro? I'll put it in my notes. If you can send it to me, that'd be A1, bro. Instagram, Twitter, and you just hit the link tree, man. You'll see everywhere I'm at there. The link tree link in the description. Or it's going in there. It's right there too here. You see me. I'm gonna put that in my notes because I will forget. So my note, I had a few things I was trying to cover. I pretty much got to everything I was trying to cover today, except for the Kell Brook and Ugas video. I'll do that tomorrow. Trying to get to everything. De La Hoya called out Haney and Williams Cepeda. I kind of talk about that. Delonte West gearing up for the big three. Good for Delonte. So hold on. Okay, I put that in my notes. Here we go. He say Roy didn't have a big promotion. Yeah, that is true. Roy was his manager. Roy father. Yeah, remember Roy didn't sign to a major promotional company, and they talked about that. What was the documentary? P-Dub. I forgot that he talked in Top Rank, and Bob Aaron was talking about in this documentary why Roy never was big as he should have been because he didn't sign to a major promoter. Roy was with himself. Emmanuel Stewart tried to sign Roy too. Don't look at that up. Ndangu will never get a chance in boxing. I hope you do. Joe McClellan, Joe McClellan was a monster. Ray Robinson versus Roy Jones, that's a mega fight. Robinson would give him hell. Yeah, Robinson get anybody here. Would have been 75-pound champion if he get heat exhaustion. Ward was so good in his prime. He had no real B-side. No one around anyone thought he can give him a fight. Yep, and that's what promotes. That's what Bob Aaron was saying. That's what promotional companies are for. They build up guys for the public to think got a chance, even though they know they don't have a chance. I pre-ordered the Fight Night Champions when it came out 2011. Y'all end up with it. Yep. They making another one, bro. Yeah, they were saying they got done with this UFC game they got coming out or came out. They're gonna start developing it. So they only doing that because the other company came out with one. It's trash. They used to sell Roy Jones knockout DVDs at Foot Locker next to the AN1 taps. Y'all remember that? You watching the All-Star game? Yeah, I got an hour. I'm an hour, spit some game, go to Chipotle, come back. I'll be eating Dorito chips with my Chipotle stuff. I think I'm gonna go with some steak today. The brisket they had was fire. Go look up Chipotle's numbers when they had the briskets. Then they take it away. I hate companies like when KFC took away the parfait. Made no sense. When Qdoba took away tequila lime chicken, it made no sense. They're always doing that. He said Shakur stopped Valdez in the ninth. Ref stopped it. We'll see. So I remember how shocked I was when watching Roy Jones have a little trouble catching Montel Griffin in the first fight. Roy was that good, but we all saw what happened when Roy caught him though. He said, "Man, that Montel Griffin 2 post-fight conference, bro, that's one of the greatest post-fights press conferences, post-fight interviews I've seen." He said, "Man, if you come and beat me and you steal it from me, I'm just gonna come back. You come and beat me, I'm gonna come back and get Roy Jones." He said, "I don't want to really show y'all the real RJ." He said, "Because this is what happened. I almost killed that kid tonight." And it wasn't an exaggeration. And, most people felt Montel's still around. Most people felt that Montel, faked the injury, but Montel was giving Roy fits, because Eddie Futch was in Montel's corner until, Roy Jones figured him out. And then, most people said Montel found the way out. You can't, man, that just made it all bad for him in the rematch. Roy Jones came out like a killer. Nobody understood what was about to happen to Montel Griffin in the rematch. Nobody. Yeah, because Roy Jones was touching people. He'd knock some niggas out every now and again. But that Roy Jones that beat Montel Griffin is not a man in boxing history that could deal with him that night. Not Archie Moore, not Hagler. Nobody can deal with that Roy Jones that with Montel Griffin that night. Nobody. Unless you bringing a gun in there with you, then you might have a chance. Yeah, might have a chance. Roy, hell yeah. Roy just never signed with Top Ranking, and I forgot that Roy wasn't playing in man. No. When he said I could have killed that kid, nigga, he meant it. Oh, my tail, get up. This is how we do it. But yeah, I said Kell Brook got Thurman, Danny Garcia. He could tune up versus beat up on Devin Alvarez, put himself in position to fight for a WC mandatory. He can welcome Josh Taylor up to 147. He can fight Conor Ben. He can go up to 54. See how Tony Harrison look. Fight Erickson Lubin for a title. Maybe that's a good money fight. So he got options, bro. But him fighting Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, Virgil Ortiz, or Jerron Ennis, unless the money is right, not that night. I'm good on that. But shout out to Amir Khan, gave us some amazing memories from the Maradona fight, which was an amazing fight. The Zab Judah fight was a really good fight. He has some really good fights, and I think when you looked at his 140-pound resume, I think this is probably one of the proudest things about a 140-pound resume was that he fought, and this is my opinion, in the 2010s, he fought in the deepest and the best division in that decade. That was a 140-pound division. Marcos Madonas, Andrea Kotelnik. Even Dimitri Sautier, Christian Shields promoter, was in there. Zab Judah, Lamont Peterson, Timothy Bradley, Devin Alexander, Juan Urango. I think it was just a who's list. Danny Garcia. It was the best 104. It was the best division in that decade. And I don't really think it was close. It was a whole bunch of guys. I think Vivian Harris was around there in that division. It was just, man, it was a star-studded. Victor Ortiz, young Ortiz was in that division. And, for the most part, I think that was the last division in boxing that pretty much everybody fought everybody. Everybody fought everybody. Devin fought Lucas. Lucas fought Danny. I mean, that was the last great division in boxing where everybody really powwowed for real before the 154-pound division. That was a great division to be part of, man. And yeah, it was great for boxing. It was great for boxing, bro. I remember watching that division, man. Only people that really didn't fight was Khan and Timothy Bradley, because Khan kept getting his ass whipped, probably. But yeah, that was one of the best divisions that I was able to be a part of in that decade. And Adrian Broner, he was at 35, and that division was elite, bro. That was the elite division, man. And that division should go in as a whole, as a Hall of Fame division, because after that, bro, ain't nobody believe in fighting each other. Not everybody, man. That division was special, bro. Special. Said no, Roy Jones got barred. Floyd can compete. Floyd almost signed Young Thug and Future at one point. Go look that up. When Roy moved up and beat James Tony, that's when I knew he was special. Yeah, beat Bernard already too, but yeah. This the thuggish ruggish, man. Hey, remember that he came out to that with the little what you call that joint? The little cape, the little warm-up cape with the little tuxedo warm-up cape. Yeah, Roy Jones, man. Yep. He agreed. Roy Jones that night was on real TV. Yeah, that nigga. That you think about like when Floyd was at TV. What night with Floyd? I think that night Floyd beat up Canelo, bro. He was gonna be real hard to beat that night, bro. He came in to prove a point. That Floyd was on this. That Floyd. That's probably Floyd's best performance as far as just a masterclass hitting. Floyd was unreal that night. Floyd was locked. Floyd wasn't gonna let Canelo beat on him. I'll tell you that right now. Canelo, man, I don't care. Them scorecards don't do that for him. Floyd didn't lose a minute of that fight. Floyd was unreal that night. Hold on. Yeah, he was unreal that night, bro. Floyd's on another level. Hell yeah, Floyd, man. He said, find me everywhere. You hit this link right here. Find me everywhere. Tim Bradley fought Devin Alexander. They both was in it. Yeah, and that kind of like shifted black. That kind of was one of the things that shifted black boxing, because they fought here. They fought at the Pontiac Silverdome. That's where the Lions moved at before they came back to Detroit or came to Detroit. And, it was a headbutt fest. And that's really when I think HBO decided to go with the European invasion. Yep. They put a lot of money into Bradley and Devin Alexander as if it was a pay-per-view fight. Remember they had the little face off of Max Callum. They put a lot of money into that fight, bro. And ultimately, bro, I think that changed the way boxing promoted black fighters. I think it changed the way they marketed and promoted fighters and American fighters. And then they, not too long after that, a minute after that, they started going, Martinez started coming. They started going international a lot. And that's kind of where Peter Nielsen took over, and the Beevils, the Kovalevs, and then Stevenson falling out, not wanting to fight Kovalev. That hurt. Al Heyman stopping that fight by signing. It was, man, you go back and look at the track record, bro. But yeah, that's kind of when boxing stopped really putting money into marketing and promoting fighters. I mean, shit, if Blood want to do the documentary, I'm all for it, bro. I know that era pretty well. That's worth documenting, Blood. Like that era right there, that fight, and that's Timothy Bradley, Devin Alexander. That fight is worth its own documentary, because it changed a lot of things in boxing, bro. Had that fight delivered, bro, this shit you see on the screen would be a reality. That would be a reality. Errol Spence would be a reality. That fight that changed boxing forever. And a lot of people don't talk about that. That's worth its own documentary, bro. Devin Alexander, Timothy Bradley changed boxing forever, bro. It did. I'm not blaming them. It just wasn't a good fight. But had that fight went the other way completely, man, we'd still be rolling. So anytime you listen to this, just picture me rolling. Yeah, man. I'm telling y'all, bro. Floyd sat on his punches a few times for Canelo. Then he got elusive. Floyd was in his best versus. I don't want to say he was versus best versus Corrales. I don't know. He was good versus Corrales. Was like drained and shit. So I really don't count that. Gotti was nice too. But man, I went to that horrible fight. Hell, I was going, man. I don't know why. I forgot why I ain't go. But I used to go to little fights like that. I forgot. I remember I went to Darrell versus Arthur Abraham on my birthday, and I lost my ticket. They gave me a new ticket, bro. Yeah, I forgot why I didn't go to that fight. I think I might have worked or something like that, bro. I couldn't make it. But Detroit fight, you get a chance to go to a fight in Detroit, bro. It's definitely worth it, bro. Definitely worth it. It ain't nothing like Detroit fight. I've been to Vegas. I've been to a few places to, witness the atmosphere. MSG, Barclays, man, ain't nothing like Detroit. Ain't nothing like the Barclays neither. Like the Barclays, you like a little hood, like a little hood edge to it, like a little hood, little pow, pow, pow. Barclays for you. You uppity up, you want to think your family, Madison Square Garden for you. Hit you Garment District, hit the hoods and all that shit over there. Go see Central Park. But yeah, you like a little edginess, little ghetto girls, little big old booty girls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Barclays for you. Who beats Ward in 68 in your opinion? Roy Jones, James Toney, 2 for sure. Him and Calzaghe. I think he get Calzaghe. So, man. Yeah, up after 2000. Yeah, all that shit's hard to change, man. Historically, I know Ray Floyd, the top 47, couldn't see him beating around. Ray Leonard, Hagler, Donald Curry. Yeah, come on. Different era. Thomas Hearns. I don't blame him. I don't think he said he won his best at 47. Ray Jones, James Toney, Hopkins will all beat Ward. I don't know about Hopkins, bro. I don't even think Hopkins fought at a 68 but one time, and then he lost his professional debut. Hopkins more of a 75-pounder. I think he fought Kelly Pavel, got a catch weight of 170. So, yeah, no, he wasn't a 68-pounder. They had the curtains up at the Dome. Yeah, Dome big as hell, bro. Used to go down on the Dome throwing them hands. A lot of people sleep on the version of Floyd who fought Shabba Mitchell. It was his debut at 47. He still had power. Yeah, shout out to Cyberman DC in the house. The underrated era, late 2000s, early. Hey, yeah, buddy. That was a great era, bro. Like that 07, like when Floyd fought like Oscar and Pacquiao came in, like 07 and like 11, 12. Yeah, Martinez, when Julio Chavez still was doing dedicated to boxing. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, when Keith Thurman's beating up on Carlos Katana, Madonna. Like, hell yeah, that was a good ass era. Hell yeah, that was the last like prime era in boxing, bro. Like, man, I used to go to the club, bro, and watch the fight. I'd be in my dorm room watching the fights. Then we hit the club, mess with the women and stuff like that, bro. Yeah, buddy, man. I tell you, that was my era right there. My little teenage, like my real, like adult kind of like teenage years. Hell, I used to have niggas who ain't never watched boxing before. All my homies used to go hoop. He used to hoop right in the hood. Come back, watch Demetrius Andrade on Friday Night Fight. Everybody in the hood used to love Demetrius Andrade. Like, damn, he really dropped the ball on that ESPN Friday nights momentum. I used to watch Friday Night Fights, man. Like, I used to watch like regular boxing. Friday Night Fights used to be a real television program, like real talk. I remember Vernon Paris and Tim Coleman fought. Like, Friday Night Fights was better than the shit they putting on at Showtime. I ain't even talking about Showbox. Friday Night Fights was better than the cards that all these guys putting on a regular basis. Friday Night Fights was better. Not talking when Keith and Collazo fought and Leo came. Friday Night Fights, they programming from a show-to-show basis was better than every card going, even that Keith Thurman pay-per-view. You knew you was going to have some real killers in that ring. You knew you going to, look, if it was a 4-night card, you knew 3 of them was going to be fired. In this heyday, Friday Night Fights was the shit, man. I miss it, bro. But let's talk about Terence Crawford and Ugas. So Ugas did an interview, bro. I don't speak Spanish, okay? We all know that. We told a story about how the Spanish teacher told me she had passed me if I didn't come back to the class, so I just skipped Spanish. I skipped Spanish, went to CC's Pizza, went to McDonald's, and got the lunch special with my homies, and then went to cooking class. Sometimes I skipped the cooking class too, but I had to agree with my teachers. When you do your work, you got to agree with your teachers. Do what the hell you want to do, right? That was the luxury about high school. Oh, my bad. Tell your kid, you do what you got to do early on, bro. You ain't got to worry about, you work have fun later. But, yeah, it's an interview he did with Salvador Rodriguez. I can't translate that. Hold on, let me see if we can. He said part of a talk with Ugas, or Dennis Ugas, and the ESPN Knockouts, a dream of going for undisputed welterweight championship, Ugas versus Spence and Crawford. So he basically said that he wants to fight Terence Crawford if he beat Errol Spence. Now I also heard that through the grapevine that he also asked Al Heyman. He already told Al Heyman if he beat Errol Spence that he want to fight. If he beats Errol Spence, he would like to fight Terence Crawford. So I don't know what Al said. We don't know what Al actually told him, or Al said we can make it happen. But he did what he's saying in this interview when he's saying that he want to fight Terence Crawford is actually is lined up now. With Al let him fight, same thing with David Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade. And people saying that the fight is done. You know what I'm saying? The fight is done. The fight is done. They agreed to the fight, but Al Heyman ultimately got to put his stamp, right next to David Benavidez's name for that to happen. So when we could talk about, we got to talk about Demetrius Andrade got to fight Zach Parker. Benavidez got to fight David Lemieux. So Yordenis Ugas is being real serious. He's serious about fighting Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? And why wouldn't he be? I fight Pacquiao. I beat Spence. I beat Pacquiao. I beat Spence. I beat Crawford. Come on. Even though he won't get the Canelo bag based off that, but, his pay rate be looking different. He a Hall of Famer, bro. He Hall of Famer. So, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, it makes no sense why. He ain't asked for no tune-ups, he asking for big fights. He get all the belts, he can do what the hell he want to do. I was talking to a Lion Killer last night, and he said Cubans don't win big fights in boxing. He said that's one of the reasons he ain't picking Ugas to defeat in pro boxing. He want to pick Ugas to beat Errol Spence. And I said, think about it, you're right. But also you got to think about it too. A lot of Cubans haven't been able to get a fair shake in a lot of big fights. Like a lot of people feel like Lara should be Canelo Alvarez, even though I felt it was a draw. So, you always got to understand too, a lot of times when Cubans go in a big fight, a lot of times they're older than what they say they are. And a lot of times they got to sit and wait for the opportunity as well too. A lot of these times these dudes got to sit and wait, and it's never good. So, like I said, why not Ugas? Ugas in a good position. You got a guy in Errol Spence where it's rumors circulating around his eye. Is his eye good enough to fight? Did Nevada told him he couldn't fight with that eye, and he ran in Texas. You got a guy who's been off for a whole year, January, February, March, April. He been off for a year. He been off for what, 16 months? You know what I'm saying? I would say he's in a good position, bro, to score the upset. Now, is he in a good location? No, but at the end of the day, we should rise. We should rise. You know what I'm saying? Why not you? I'm just thinking from his standpoint. What better atmosphere is it to beat Errol Spence in front of all his fans? Come on. If you're looking at it, what better atmosphere is it to stamp your name in the history books to come in there and beat Dallas's favorite son in boxing? Come on. All the Cowboys going to be there. What better way? I mean, you should walk out with Aaron Rodgers. No, y'all niggas don't know each other. You probably don't even know what American football is. You should walk out with him. Let him swing Sweet Home Alabama. Aaron's on his way. Shit, you should. Shit, Errol Spence definitely losing that night. You're in a good position. And now, with this, more people seeing this interview, now he's saying that, what if I win? I would like to fight Terence Crawford. You're going to get a whole different fan base now. Now you're going to get people who really didn't care and just think Spence just going to walk all over you and crack your spine and break your back like Bane did Batman. I can get a whole different fan base. You know what I'm saying? Now, Errol Spence fans, they're going to be Errol Spence fans. They're going to say, well, Terence Crawford fans, his 3 fans just being disrespectful right now. And Terence Crawford fans need to pipe down and wait on Errol Spence. Fine. But if Ugas win, man, and if Ugas a man in his word, then shit, it shouldn't even be an issue with the money. Ugas should get 50-50, 55-45, 45-45 to 10 to the win, however they want to do it. Now, will it be a biggest fight of Errol and Terence Crawford? No, all that build up for nothing. You built that fight up for absolutely nothing. But hopefully, if that is the case, hopefully they learn their lesson. But he said he'll fight him. Gotta respect it, bro. And he asked Al to fight him. What if he win? What if he win that 3 man? Come on, Pacquiao, Spence, and Crawford. It ain't out there ramming possibility. Or Ugas got a style that you really ain't never seen Ugas, especially with PBC, outclass. Now we haven't seen him pull away and outclass somebody like he should, but like I said before, Cubans historically don't win in big fights. But it's a lot more to that than to the comment. A lot of these dudes get weighted out. A lot of these dudes get the boogeyman treatment. A lot of these dudes older than what they say they are. So, I mean, shit, it is what it is. But if he be a little bit more vocal about this, whenever they do a press conference, how many weeks we out from this fight? I mean, because then you got Shakur Stevenson and Valdez fighting at the MGM Grand a couple weeks after that. Packard was White and Fury. We know tomorrow if they fight. So we are what? 5, 6, 7 weeks out. No press conference. So I don't know what PBC doing, but he get an opportunity to say, man, I fight Crawford, man, and Al let him fight Crawford. He going to say, Al, so I can fight Crawford. Shit, he gonna get a whole new fan base. I'm gonna be giving him energy like a spirit bomb. But at the end of the day, I mean, we messed up all that back and forth. I mean, Crawford might just still give Errol Spence an ass whooping after he fight Ugas. If he win, true. Who knows? He said, I think Ward can beat Tony. I don't know about that on the bad night. Maybe Tony, go to Burger King that day. No, Tony Star Ward. I was in middle school during them days. Prime Tony. He said Ward and Canelo would be crazy at 75. Man, Ward will fucking... We're going to take that orange penis and just drill it in the ground, man. It's a wrap. Paul, it's been drilled Canelo, little ass in the ground, man. Shit, wife had to pick him up. I ain't going to say that. I ain't going to say what Destiny said. I'm going to play nice. James Toney will beat the dog crap out of Ward. For real. He said, no doubt. Missed Classic Friday nights before the USA Tuesday night fight. Shout out to you. I didn't know USA still was a table network. He said, even if Ugas beats Spence, Thurman is next in line, and Al Haim will not let Ugas give those belts over to Crawford. That's Sean. He said, Rigondeaux over Donaire. That was a big fight. It wasn't like as far. Yeah, that was. Joe Camacho lost a close fight. It could have went either way. We'll see what happens with Morrell. Yeah, Morrell. Also, most of the pressure is on Spence. Ugas definitely going to have to handle those Mandos. He be Spence, no more step aside money from him and Al. Yeah, that shit gonna step up. It's messed up though. But I mean, they can make it happen. I mean, what else more money you gonna get? I mean, what is the ultimate goal for PBC to have these belts? What is the ultimate goal? That's my thing. Errol Spence get him, he gonna move up. What's the ultimate goal? To hold on all these belts. Crawford about to go relinquish them. I don't understand what's so special about the belts at this point. But Errol gonna have a lot of questions after that fight. If Keith Thurman get in that ring and they make a verbal fight, Errol might as well not even go to the press conference. Errol better not speak to no fans. None of that. Real talk. Everybody say, well, Errol doing the heavy lifting. He wanted to do the heavy lifting. Nobody tell him to do that shit on his own. Errol wanted to do the heavy lifting. Crawford wanted to fight Keith Thurman. Crawford wanted to fight Yordenis Ugas. Crawford wanted to fight Danny Garcia, wanted to fight Mikey Garcia. Crawford wanted those fights to help you do the heavy lifting. But you said, I got to clean up my side of the street first. You want some help? Nah, I'm taking my time, fly through a couple car windows, smoking that smoke, drinking that irk and jerk, gang banging. Okay. Cool. Pandemic. Cool. Problem. Damn, cool. Come on. Ooh, guys. Come on. Shit. All these excuses, bro. Like, it is what it is, bro. If Ugas do win, and he able to keep his word, why not? They giving us old recursive fights, and nobody gonna hold out. Well, y'all already are holding out Haim feet to the fire, and I'm proud of y'all. Jake Paul got caught in the crosshair, so what? It gotta be casualties award. Keep Thurman pay-per-view did 30,000, good. Nobody bought Ortiz and Martin, good. We all been on cold. Keith Thurman, good. We all stay on cold with Spence and Ugas. I don't care about all these little social media cats talking we're going to hold hands and go to the Spence fight. We're going to support our brother Spence. Go ahead. I ain't buying it. I send Bob Arum a donation of $75 or $100 for making Shakur an Oscar before I spend money on Errol Spence. What about the brothers, man? What about the brother? I don't care about that fake pro-black crap. Y'all, YG said, man, when everybody want to act pro-black, out of here, Nipsey Hussle. He said black owners in these games are some powerful racists. Care about Al Haim, he one of them. Care about you chasing green. Shoot. That's messed up, bro. And I hope a lot of y'all dudes who've been blaming Crawford or said we're gonna wait till we see the Spence fight. I hope y'all stay on cold. Keith Thurman come from the rafters. No, it's Keith Thurman. You think I'm cute. You think I'm sexy. I got all the PBC fans. Well, he fly from the rafters and shit, man. I hope y'all keeping 100. I don't know we won't see him, Crawford, and Spence in the ring together. Like, come on, let's do it. I want to fight Terence Crawford. I want to ride my horses and clean my cattle's ass and crack me some fresh eggs. Y'all gonna be, yeah, give me fresh eggs at Errol crib tonight, man. Yeah, Errol said come over tonight, man. Yeah, they have me sleep up him. Yeah, busy. yeah, I'm going to Errol house. Well, y'all Terence Crawford fans sitting here waiting on the fight. That ain't gonna never happen. Errol told me at his sleepover last night that we wasn't fighting. Yep, y'all hoping for nothing. Y'all helping for nothing. Crazy, bro. There's gonna be some people out here who gonna say, they're gonna justify it. But damn, I just mean the barometer keep getting moving on. Then he gonna say, well, I was informed by the WBC while I was riding my cattle yesterday, finishing off my training, chopping wood on my 100-acre ranch, that I had to fight Keith Thurman. Here's what it is, the game. It's the game. Meanwhile, Ugas want to fight. Watching all these mandatory. If Errol Spence, they might let him fight. But Ugas gonna get stripped. They're gonna treat him like Yordenis. They're gonna treat him like Rigondeaux. Ugas, you gonna fight Josh Taylor next? Strip. Ugas, you gonna fight Batuev? Stay on his next? Strip. Keith Thurman, they gonna try to strip Ugas. That's messed up though. That's how the game go. But until the fighter step up and do something different, then it is what it is. Him and Ugas be a good fight too. Him and Errol be a good fight. Who knows? Ugas and Errol gonna be a good fight. But it's messed up. Ugas got to go to a nigga backyard and spank him. But I guess with Cubans, they always got to go to somebody's backyard and spank him. But we speaking. They can lie about them Errol Spence numbers they want to. They can lie about them over there to. Don't order that shit. If you do order, so be it. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. But they always say Errol Spence and Ugas did 500,000. Then they on internet, on Twitter, 100,000 Errol Spence and Benz and Lexus and Coops and he won Ugas Cartier glasses. I'm like, okay, I ain't buying that, bro. I ain't buying that. I ain't buying it. You don't even see Crawford do the little screw whoop. You already see when he did the screw whoop, dude. He said, man, y'all need to boycott this. Boycott it. So the numbers look down. You heard him say that to Radio Raheem? He said the fans need to boycott this. He said, screw whoop. He told the boxing fans, you need to boycott this to fancy pants Spence get in the ring with me. He was like, screw whoop. So Crawford said, keep boycotting. He right. Keep boycotting. That's the only thing that made Pacquiao and Errol Pacquiao and Floyd happen. That's the only thing that made Pacquiao and Floyd happen because everybody money was getting funny from the pay-per-views and the networks. Like, you know what? Y'all old geezers ain't doing the numbers y'all doing. Y'all need to fight. That's the only reason Pacquiao and Spence doing $1 million, half, $2 million. They never fought each other. Fans stopped paying for it. And then once it actually did happen, you know what I'm saying? Once it did happen, then what? It was anticlimactic. Like, man, you've been chopping this girl all day. Kids gone. She like, you can slide through, bro. Brad slide through. You like, man, I'm about to tear her shit up. Then it's whack. It's trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you didn't climax nothing, bro. You smell like woman. Like, you like, bro, it's like, boy, I ain't calling Pam back. That's what it was, bro. You can chop game this girl. I went on days. Y'all had intimate conversations, and she done share some stuff with you. You done fake share some stuff with her. You know, then it's time to go bang, bang, bang. And you go like dang, dang, dang. It's trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, she on the Z team. Like, bro, if I don't got nothing on the floor, if I can't got nothing from the club, can't get nothing from the restaurant, can't get nothing from the let out, can't get nothing, can't get AZBZGG. I call her like if I'm at my most horniest point. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I'm call her my most. She like, when I ain't got nothing else on the floor. Nothing, not lotion, not oil, nothing. So I mean, that is what it is. That is what it is. You got to Pacquiao Mayweather, wasn't nothing good in the hood. Wasn't nothing. Man, went to the gym the next day. People said, I never bought another Floyd Mayweather fight. Floyd made y'all wait all them years for him to right, left, roll up. Come on, man, out of here, man. Floyd supposed to take Pacquiao head off his shoulder. Hit the Rolling Stone with the rolling on. He supposed to do the T Grizzly. Floyd went out there. He played what's that game, Mr. Operator, where you operate on the damn little thing and hit the buzzers. Come on, man. Floyd out there, out there playing touch me, tease me, hold me tight and don't let go. Pacquiao, I'm losing. You like, man, niggas complaining like a mother. Niggas hitting the air in the gym. Put all this money on this fight. Also, most of the pressure is on Spence. He said, Ugas definitely going to have to hand over. Okay, I read that one. He said, bro, you talking to him. He said, we already know Al got the bag ready for WC. Yeah, come on, got it ready. Keith Thurman ranked number three. He ranked right here. From out the top 40 to number 3. What Moneybag say? He said, I saw the shot of my nigga. And I ain't even, he said, what he said? I ain't even call it. Whatever he said, he said, I didn't even catch it. Al telling y'all right here and there. I thought Al don't show his face. One of these fans might pow on Al. You know what I'm saying? Fred might see Al and just go postal. Come on. That's why Al hiding his face. He ain't running from investors, just investment. He running from regular niggas to the street. Pow! Nigga. Brad said, you said the Spence and Crawford fight to be that. Pow! Al, him like 80? Like, bro, we pow when these fans been to fight on Al. Floyd like, Al, I told you to take my security. Come on, man. Al single-handedly destroyed a great sport, bro. Yes, I'm blaming the brother. He said, he said, Andy, what's going on? He said, you expect Canelo fight announcement this week. They already saying he's delaying the announcement because okay, I can't read that. Come on now, man. Come on. I heard he had been supposed to make an announcement like yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't know. You can't do that, Andy. Come on, Andy. You got a friend in me, but you can't say that on my channel, Andy. You got to use it allegedly at least. Ugas looks like a middleweight next to Crawford. Yeah, he's a big guy. I don't know about middleweight. Yeah, Operation. That's what it was, Jonathan. With Operation. He said like Al Haim would beat up Fred. Fred ain't even a corgi. You mean Fred like a little Shih Tzu, bro. I don't even know Shih Tzus do. You make a Shih Tzu mad enough, a Shih Tzu gonna fight. I don't know what he is, but I mean it is what it is. But I like to see it, bro. You know, if Ugas beat Spence and you know Crawford want to come back and get Spence an opportunity, he should too. Still could see it. Still, one loss don't mean nothing. Shit, people wanted to act like Mildred Taylor one loss to Chavez meant everything to his career. It didn't. He still came back and won the title. So, a loss ain't gonna define Ugas. Ugas already lost before. So I mean, it is what it is. It's crazy. It's crazy, but I mean, at the end of the day, just wait for this to be over with. This whole cycle of marinating until our pockets determine when we get fights. It ain't like when we boycott. We should keep boycott. Make this shit sub 100,000. It ain't no issue with Ugas or nothing like that. But man, come on, man, don't pay for this, bro. I wouldn't pay for this. And ain't nothing against Spence neither. Like, damn, if you call your shot, but like, you know what? After this, bro, come to Crawford, get a contract. Say, you know what? We got an agreement and deal. The winner fight Crawford, or if I win, I fight. Cool. I don't have no issue with it. But then why we left with footsteps in the dark? Why we left not knowing the plan, bro? I don't care nothing about your self-inflicted wounds. That's your fault. You know? Well, at least Ugas got the balls enough to say he'll fight the dude. But it calmed down to Al Haymon. No, like, bro, I'm tired of him, bro. I won't spend another dime at his event, bro. At all. Won't. You just think that Crawford should have some type of tampering there or some shit where they already had agreement and deal. So I just put a spotlight on. They say, yeah, but if Beaver and Triple G, then Triple G said he ain't fighting. Sound like Triple G about to hit the rope a duck. Triple G said he don't want it. Now Heyman's the Grim Reaper boxing. He just hate to say that about a brother. He said, yeah, I agree, Ricky. Y'all got Al. We gotta get some opening odds on Allen and Fred. Some opening odds on Allen and Fred. Hilarious, man. But shit, I just want to see these niggas fight. But a lot of y'all don't want to see them fight. I don't get it, bro. We deserve this. Shit, or at least somebody need to fight. Shoot. Somebody need to fight. Somebody need to get their ass whooped. They got opening eyes on Ugas and Spence too. Y'all want to see him? Before I get off here. Yordenis Ugas is a plus 270 versus Spence. Spence opens up at a negative 400. So, okay, if you don't understand what the language means. Yeah, Mel got a loss too, GK Black. If you don't understand what the language means. It's running for your life. Okay, so, let's start off with Ugas. If Ugas win, just win by any method. If you bet 100, you win $270. If Errol win any method, the money line, you have to bet $400 to win 100. So always think you see plus, that number equals. If you bet 100, that's what that number equal. You win 270 in profit. Every 100 you bet, you win 270. Every 400, when you see the negative, every number, it take that number to win 100. So, yep. So they got methods and stuff already. This as far as that. They got money three-way. They got tie. So the tie set at 2,000. Tie's always like that, 2,000. So 100 gives you 2,000 if they tie. And, then you got the one same numbers there. Damn near set without 350. So other than that, they ain't got nothing else set up there. So that's it until we get more props on there. Then we'll talk about that. Other than that, they got Fury listed as a negative 650 over to Dillian White's 420. Valdez and Shakur Stevenson open up. Stevenson opens up as a negative 350 favorite. Valdez opens up as a 245 favorite. Let me see. That's all they got for Spence. So, Amir Serrano, for those who care, they both negative 111. Serrano and Katie Taylor. Usyk opens up as a negative 225 to AJ's plus 172. So, yep. So there you go. They got a default date if y'all are concerned about that. It's a default date. So they figure out the real. But other than that, man, you got any other questions, I'll answer them. He said Spence versus Ugas fight is not going to generate a lot of pay-per-view, probably 7. I hope it generates 7. That's what I'm hoping for. Hope some of them LDBC fees don't go towards that. But shit, pretty much, that's it. I ain't got no other questions. Watch this All-Star game. If it's trash, I'm turning on the movie. You know how we do. But you can listen to this next morning on Spotify, ad-free, Goodfella TV podcast. I have it up by 10 a.m. If you listen to it on Spotify or Anchor, Goodfella TV podcast, you listening to it other than YouTube, you can find me on Anchor, Spotify, Goodfella TV podcast, either or. Twitch, Goodfella_TV 313. You want to financially support the channel, Cash App, $sign CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate the love and support. Other than that, peace.